In this episode of Study of the Game, we're going to see what we can learn from Tyler Glasnow's opening day start against the Padres. He had a solid outing with a no decision, throwing 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 2 hits, and throwing 77 pitches. His pitch arsenal consistently last year was a 4-seam, a slider, and a deadly curveball that had hitters batting under 100. So let's take a look how he did, starting with his fastball. It played early. He hit 97 miles an hour in the first inning, generating soft contact from Bogarts for this pop-up. Was able to get a soft contact ground out, hitting 97 to Machado in the second inning. And he was also able to get solid swing and miss up at the zone at 97, down in the zone at 96, and even as he got later on in the fourth inning, was able to touch 97. In the fifth inning, getting a 94-mile-an-hour fastball to get popped up lazily. And in the bottom of the fifth, able to touch 96 and get a routine fly ball with his fastball to Bogarts. So if his fastball was playing, you must think his curveball must have been absolutely deadly, which last year he threw about 21% of the time and generated a lot of swing and miss. But that was actually not the case. Check this with a 2-2 count. He bounces to Bogarts, 2 strikes to Cronenworth, bounces it again, 2 strikes to Cronenworth, next pitch, doesn't even come close. His curveball was just not going. Wade not wanting to bite at it, just did not have a good feel, bouncing another one with an 0-2 count. This eventually cost him a run in the bottom of the third inning. Kept going to the curveball, but just didn't have it at all. And let's just take a second to appreciate what it should look like. This was his curveball last year. Just absolutely lethal, making the best hitters in the league look absolutely foolish. So that's what I'm looking for his next start. Can he get the touch on his curveball back? Because he just didn't have it. So he had his fastball going, didn't have his curve, so let's look at his slider. And luckily for Glasnow, his slider is what he relied on to get this swing and miss early. And just ask Tatis, good morning, good afternoon, good night. 3 sliders in the same A, B. And he used his slider when he needed it the most. Bottom of the fourth, bases loaded. He throws his slider to get this double play. And then to finish off the inning with the runner on third, he goes to a slider back-to-back pitches to get him out of the inning. So Glasnow was impressive with his 3 pitches, knowing that his curveball wasn't working, so he relied on his 4-seam and slider. But I really want to take a close look at the bottom of the fourth inning, where I was really impressed by his poise. He throws 3 straight balls to Machado, and despite this being in the strike zone, umpire calls it ball 4. So 1-1 game, 4 straight balls, walks Machado, and then walks Kim. So now it's runners on first and second. He's walked the first 2 batters, and Profar comes up in an obvious sacrifice bunt situation. And Glasnow makes another big mistake, fields this ball, and throws it away. So let's take a second and just break that down. So once again, first and second, Muncy is in. As a pitcher, you have to know where your fielders are, especially when your third baseman is in and ready to play this bunt. So Profar hits it hard, and it's hard enough where Muncy is charging forward and will likely make this play easily. But Glasnow panics or just wasn't thinking this completely through, backhands it, and throws a fadeaway ball off of the plate. So now bases loaded, 1-1. What does he rely on? His fastball and a slider. Fastball to Campusano, slider to Campusano to get a 0-2 count. He keeps his composure. He keeps his poise. He avoids this becoming a crooked inning. What's it going to go to? It's going to be fastball or slider. He relies on a slider, gets a ground out to Betts, turns it into a double play. So prevents a big inning. Now it's 2-1. Runner on third. Same thing. Relies on fastball and slider. Fastball in and gets a swing and miss. Slider in, gets a swing and miss. Goes to a slider again and gets out of the inning. So Tyler Glasnow in a no decision threw 77 pitches in 5 innings. I was very impressed by his ability to know his curveball wasn't working and go to his fastball and slider. What do you think, Tyler?
I think the whole day was kind of a grind. Just timing and everything just wasn't my day, I guess. But I was happy that I got to kind of just like stay within myself and get out of that inning, and then not kind of mitigate the damage. So I'm happy with it. Like the whole game, I didn't have it. So it was kind of just honestly just my slider today is kind of what I was pitching off of, and then everything else felt kind of inconsistent. But I tried to get it back later, but it was just one of those days where it was not really there. But I'm glad we got to get a win. Yeah, like I said, I'm just glad it didn't kind of spiral out and like give a bunch of runs. So I'm just glad they got to mitigate it, and it was cool to get the first one here. And I'm excited to pitch again at home.